Hello, my freaky darlings. What follows may be a bit of a long rant, and I'm probably going to piss off a few people, but fuck it. So, one of the main marketing tools that all the marketing gurus hammer on about is the mailing list subscription for your newsletter. Apparently, email marketing is the main tool in any author's marketing arsenal. But what they forget to say is that it's also why we now all have spam folders. They also forget to tell you what to do with it once you've got this mailing list. They tell you how to bribe people to join your list, but then what? In order to figure it out, I've been doing a lot of research. This research consisted in part of signing up for a shitload of newsletters to see what a wide spectrum of authors are doing. I've signed up for best-selling authors, as well as the not-so-best-selling authors' newsletters, just to see what they're doing. As a result, I now have a lot of free ebooks on my phone, and I haven't read a single one of them. But here are a few of the things I've learned from all my research. Most of the authors haven't got a fucking clue what to do with their mailing list. It's incredibly frustrating and annoying. I mean, here you are, trying to grow your mailing list as your main marketing strategy, but you're not doing anything with it. So what's the point of bribing a reader with a free book or 5 to get a few thousand email addresses that you're going to end up paying for and then not doing anything with it? Or even worse, constantly spamming me. Seriously, what's the point? Another thing I noticed with some of the really big name authors is that some of them who did have a mailing list sign up for a newsletter didn't have a blog. They just had a static website. But some of them who did have a blog you could subscribe to didn't have a newsletter sign up. This makes sense to me. Why would you do both? It's just double duty. But that's exactly what some other authors are doing. And then all they do for their newsletter is point to their blog posts, which for me is just ridiculous. And what's the point? You might as well just have me subscribe to your blog. Your blog post ends up in my email inbox anyway, and it doesn't cost you anything. And that's if they even bothered to send out a newsletter. Many authors, after they've sent the initial email with the bribe, don't bother with a follow-up email or anything. So I'll ask once again, with tears in my eyes, what's the point? I also have to say the authors with the blog subscription thing were far more engaging and far less spammy. But that's just my impression, and opinions may vary. Look, I realize that there are things that you can do with services like MailChimp that you can't do with a simple blog subscription. Things like automating your emails and automatically sending the free book bribe the moment someone hits the subscribe button. But once again, what's the point of having these tools if you're not doing anything with it after you've sent me your free book, which chances are I may never read anyway? And that's the other thing. What's the point of bribing all these readers to be on your list with the free book that they may never read, and that they're only on your list to get that free book in the first place and aren't really interested in your writing to begin with? Now, I don't know about you, but I would rather have people who really are interested in my writing and who have read a couple of my books subscribe to my blog than do double duty with an extra mailing list for an extra newsletter containing stuff I've already blogged about. But that's just me. Maybe I just prefer to keep things simple, or maybe I'm just lazy. But I think no matter which way I or any other authors decide to market our books, it has to work for us. And we need to commit to whichever strategy works for us. But blindly following what every other author is doing, or what the marketing gurus say you have to do, without really doing any research, is not the right way to do it. Don't half-ass it. Otherwise, there really is no point in doing it. Well, that's just my opinion, and once again, opinions may vary. So, in the meantime, I'm going to stay committed to doing research, and researching the marketing trends instead of just following the herd and doing what works for me. So, until next time, wish me luck.